So the purpose of this meeting is to elaborate on what you have heard already. The Prempeh, the first international airport, was commissioned recently as an international airport. So it has a terminal, that's an international terminal, and at the runway that the existing airport was using, that runway has been extended to be able to accommodate international flights. And so we are trying to operationalize the airport as an international airport. So what we are doing now is a chartered flight, but we are working with Ethiopian Airlines because the president and the government wanted us in exploring the Kumasi opportunities to work with African airlines. So we wanted South Africa Airways or Ethiopian Airlines or Kenya Airways, and then we settled on Ethiopian Airlines. So they are doing the chartered flight for us. We have booked 3 flights. The first one is this week, and there are 2 others. By the time we finish this chartered flight, we'll be able to arrange a more regular flight situation to Kumasi. So this is for the festive season because we know people are coming home for the festive season. We want to bring up another opportunity with more reasonable tickets, we think, so that people can come in. So that is the purpose of this one. It's true, Ethiopian Airlines have worked with us. They've looked at it. We've done the relationship with Gatwick. Now, the other thing we need to clarify is that people who travel know about this IATA policy of origin and destination. That is, when the plane takes off from its origin, its destination, it goes to its origin. So any plane that takes off from anywhere goes to its home country. So every British Airways flight comes first to London. Every Kenya Airways flight takes off anywhere, goes to Nairobi. So people were asking, this Ethiopian Airlines, based on that, is it going to take off from London, go to Addis, and then come to Kumasi? The answer is no, because under the IATA protocols, whenever a plane is coming to a certain destination, that destination also has the same number of flights to the origin. So 10 flights come out of London to Accra each week. 3 of them come out of Gatwick, and 7 come out of Heathrow. So in the IATA context, Ghana has the same, to fly 7 times to Heathrow and 3 times to Gatwick. So Ethiopian Airlines is operating the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority's rights from London straight to Accra. It's being operated by Ethiopian Airlines. So it's not going to Addis. It is operating the Ghana Civil Aviation's rights because British Airways come in. So in future, we can also take planes from Kumasi to New York, where Delta goes, because we have a reverse flight. It can also go to Washington, D.C. in Dallas, where United goes. It can go to Amsterdam, where KLM goes. And it can go to Rome, where AITA, the new Alitalia, which is now flying to Accra, also goes. Virgin is starting, and so it can also take the Virgin flight. So typically, the Ghana Civil Aviation has about 10 flights to London. And if we can have other planes, they can operationalize that, because we don't have a Ghana Airways plane, but we still have the right to fly to those destinations. So this flight is a direct flight from Gatwick, which is picking from the 3 that we have from Gatwick. That means we have 3 back to Gatwick and 7 to Heathrow. We're starting with the Gatwick one. It's picking from Gatwick straight to Kumasi. I think it's about just short of 6 hours or so. Yeah, something like that. And it will land in Kumasi. And we're expecting people to come and see it and believe it. And so we do that this week. And then I'm sure many people are getting ready from the 15th or so to go back to Ghana. And everybody's waiting for elections to be over, and then they can make their decisions. We anticipate that by 10 days from now, we all know what the outcome is, and then people can make their decisions. So yes. So this is why we're here to confirm to you that that's the arrangement we have. The managing director of the company, and I'm here with Mr. Kwabena Yeboah, who is the director of the company. So the managing director of the company and other board members are coming in tomorrow. They will be on the flight. The managing director will be on the flight back to Ghana. So it's a flight that will take at least 80 people. They are going to have 80 passengers. Because of the luggage, we have to leave it at 80 passengers. But the plane takes about 100 or so. But it will just take 80 passengers, so the luggage can also come. And then we can land there and bring back the same number. So the managing director of the company will be on the flight. And then I, myself and Kwabena Yeboah, by that time we'll be back. We'll be in Kumasi to welcome the flight and to engage with the passengers who come. So this is this is the long and short of our message. So we also have phone numbers for the travel agents that people want to book. So we'll put that on the announcement for the radio stations to put it out. So that's really the conversation. I mean, we know that it's complicated, but for those of us who are old, we never thought that this day will come. But for the young people, they seem quite excited about it. They're just waiting for the. We guess that we're going to have quite a bit of traffic of American young Ghanaians coming to London and coming to Ghana this Christmas through this route, because they want to experience Ashanti region and a lot more things are happening. I mean, the board has approved a significant airport city project in Kumasi. Those of you who will go, when you land there, you will see it. And sometimes we don't like saying that, but it looks like it's much bigger than the airport city in Accra. Yeah. So there's an American company, Ghanaian led, that is developing major airport city infrastructure in Kumasi just to support this whole thing. So as he said, that something is very key. And the last time we met him, and it was public, he told us that if we can't bring a plane to Kumasi for Christmas, we should forget about it.
And that was only last week.
That's just last week. We promised him that we are doing it. We are delivering it. So he's eager for the welcome. He's going to deploy his palace to do the welcome nicely. And he's going to excite. Of course, it may give a political advantage to the ruling party because it's elections, yes. But that's not our objective. We're doing it for the people of Ashanti, for the people of Ghana, and as our responsibility to deliver our role as directors of the Ghana Airport Company.
And I guess that is partly some of the things we did also for Tamale, which became also international. Because in the past, all the Muslims who had to go on the Hajj had to come to Accra, and sometimes very uncomfortable. So it was the same philosophy and the same dream that ensured that now they can fly directly from Tamale to Mecca, So I think it's
yeah, we've done that. I mean, we've flown from Tamale to Mecca.
Taking my question from Mama. I was going to ask, how are you going to, apart from the Mecca, how are you going to operate? When are we operating?
So we start all of these things with surveys. Yes. So we've already done our survey. And before British Airways did the Gatwick, they did a survey. There was overwhelming response. I mean, the survey asking people, if this plane was going to Kumasi, would you join? Is brutal. We were shocked. That survey has been completed months ago. So we asked passengers. I don't know whether you were asked if you traveled, but they ask you, you're flying to Accra from Heathrow. We asked, if this plane was going to Kumasi, would you still board? Yes, plenty. So we knew that we were ready. That was before the commissioning was done. We knew that we were ready to have passengers go in there. Yeah, so the surveys have been done, the Kumasi. So we're beginning surveys about Dubai to Tamale and places like that, and see how we can operationalize it, But we're also making all our airports available internationally. So sometimes the Air Force, the military, they can also have it and run their systems from there, so they don't have to impart on Kotoka. Because Kotoka is the only airport we have, so all military activities. So when you go to the airport, sometimes you see a plane that's unfamiliar. For those of us who are directors who have meetings, then we ask our place, this is from some military people. So, and there's National Geographic. They all come to Ghana and they all have to use the airport. So if you have Tamale Airport that they can use for all those activities, it will be good. So it will certainly have use, and have training facilities. We want to change the aviation portfolio of Ghana. So we want to have major training facilities. So our pilots don't need to travel to train somewhere. Other people can come and train. And we've collected large acres of land in the Tamale Airport area to be able to put this up. So over the next 2-3 years, once the whole world is recovering from the pandemic and its effect on the aviation sector, we think that we're getting somewhere. We had an annual general meeting reporting 2023, and we noticed that we are almost about getting to pre-pandemic figures. In terms of domestic, we have passed it. So we are almost getting there. And we have passed domestic because the Kumasi traffic is so huge. Now, we are desperate for another plane. We started Sunyani as a one day. Now they go twice daily. And it's only one plane that goes to Sunyani because the other domestic cannot go. So the travel around is great. We are also thinking of introducing West African connections from outside Accra. So Kumasi to Abidjan, Kumasi to Lagos. That's also, the survey shows, is so popular. It's just too popular. We're just waiting for planes. So you can fly from Kumasi to Abidjan and come back to Kumasi. And then Kumasi to Tamale, Tamale to Kumasi. We don't have that yet. Yeah. All our routes are Accra, Tamale, Accra, Kumasi. So if you're in Kumasi and you want to go to Tamale by air, you have to come to Accra. We're working to change all that. So from next year, a lot a lot of new things will be happening at the airports. Somebody was asking on the online that what food would they serve on the plane? It's the same kind of food they will serve on the plane. But we'll see whether we can get some Ghanaian entertainment so that in terms of the in-flight entertainment, you can see some movies that look more Ghanaian as you arrive, and then we can put some adverts on that. We have quite a bit of work to do, so we put up the PR together. So you feel Ghanaian when you sit on the plane. It will start bringing back the memories of Ghana Airways for those of us who are old, and then we can deal with it. Yes, there's also a concern. I heard the radio publications that somebody says the plane when it lands it will explode, and that nobody should take their relatives there because it is going to. It's not true. All those things are not true. This is an aviation industry that is regulated. Gatwick will not allow a plane to leave Gatwick without having the coordinates of where that plane is going. The safety and security measure for the aviation industry is top-notch. It will never happen. Ethiopian Airlines will not pick up a plane from Gatwick, their plane, and say, I'm going to land in a place that I don't know that I can land there. They have already been there. The engineers have been there. They've checked it. They've understood it. They know they can land there. It is true that you can't lie about aviation because they can just, from the center, pick up your airport on their phone and immediately it will tell them. It will tell them everything. They just do a Google search on the airport. Kumasi International, runway size, it will come. What planes can land there? It will come. So, so these things, maybe they are politically motivated, I don't know, but it's not possible that an aviation system so broadly announced, taken out of Gatwick Airport, will fly a plane, pilots, engineers will fly a plane knowing that I cannot land. I mean, I don't understand how anybody can say that, and I hope people don't believe it, but we still thought that we should respond to that allegation that's coming around.
As for the allegation, some even say that it's just a chartered flight, not even operational flight.
Yeah, it is a chartered flight. It is a chartered flight, yes. So we have dates for it for return, and that we are preparing to operationalize it on a more regular basis. Yes, but we want to satisfy our people for the festive season. Yeah, because you can start in January, March, but we don't think that will impact our people here than if you give it to them in December. Yeah.
So which means that as time goes on, the passenger numbers will increase. You find a bigger plane for...
Yes, as time goes on, it will be more regular. You will know that every Monday, Gatwick to Kumasi, every Tuesday. Yeah, we don't have that now. We just have the dates on which they are flying for these 3 flights. But subsequently, we will have regular flights.
Because I'm asking for some of my people that normally phone in on the,
yes.
When the news came out, we announced it on the radio, and a lot of people from the South London were happy, traveling
Yes.
to Heathrow.
But MD will be here tomorrow. I don't know whether she can come into your studio. Maybe.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Maybe it's Rainbow, isn't it?
Yeah, Rainbow.
Yeah, maybe she can come into the studio and get the questions and answers dealt with. Yeah.
I believe before the charter flight it was cheaper, but now are they going to be cheaper? So
At this particular one, we are trying to subsidize because we have come to you late with a late notice. So we are trying to subsidize. Yeah, so if you go to the agent, you see that. So we are just benchmarking it against British Airways and trying to be lower than them. Yeah. So that's the plan. I think if there's any other question, I was trying to tell MD that we are done. He said when we are done, I should let her know. Okay. Hey, thank you.